everybody, welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday, how are everybody holding up? Hope you're ready for one low energy stream. Because I am very tired today, but hopefully it's still gonna be a nice and chill one. Hello Yesh, what's up, what's up? How was your weekend? How's your week so far? Good to see you, as usual. So, what we are doing this week, for those of you who are still unaware, is, well, just some random one-offs. Random to the extent of, I'm not entirely sure, like, up to a day of the stream, what we're actually going to stream, but there is quite a few, a very long list of, the backlog. And some of the stuff that I don't necessarily want to stream to the completion, but maybe it's gonna be a nice thing to do, a one-off, perhaps? And maybe one of them, perhaps, also from this week, we'll actually end up seeing through to the end. We'll see how it goes. We're just kind of feeling it out. We're just kind of trying to vibe as we go, I suppose. But yeah, tonight we are doing Dungeons 2. Did anybody ever play this game? I know very little about it. Close to nothing, as a matter of fact. Also, the menu music is so very quiet, and it's like cranked up to 100%, maybe 90%. Because the audio levels are a bit funky in this game, so hopefully it will be fine. I tried adjusting, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is kind of an RTS sort of deal, pretty close to Warcraft 3, which I adore. I'm not a very good RTS player, straight out of the gate. Here's your warning. It might take me some time to, brain things out, but yeah, you will soon see what kind of deal it is. Continuing comparing it to Warcraft 3, this one is a bit more, well, quite a bit more, actually, tongue-in-cheek in regards to the tone of the game. As again, you will once again see very soon. I've just like launched it and played it for a tiny little bit just to see that everything works, that it plays fine with OBS, that, it's actually something that would be somewhat interesting to stream. So yeah, let's, without further ado, jump into this single-player campaign and see what our dear narrator has to say.
It was time. The troops of the Absolute Evil had driven the Alliance back to their capital, King's Ending. The time for the final battle had arrived. Prepare to destroy the Alliance, and with it, all good in the land once and for all.
Yes, quite. We're the bad guys in this one, in case you haven't picked up on that just yet. I played something of this series, but it might have been a demo. Warcraft 3 in tone, I always thought of them as trying to fill the void after Dungeon Keeper. That's the other one that is definitely, the influence for this one, as we will be the evil overlord, controlling the dungeons and fighting the good guys. So, without further ado, let's see an amazing cinematic. Here we go!
Once upon a time there was a kingdom full of flowers and rainbows, where the sun shone all the time and there was loads of that goody-goody, lovey-dovey good people stuff going on. There, the alliance of abominably good people lived in unearned wealth and prosperity. But there was a path leading to a different place there. At the end of this path was a rock. There was a cave carved in this rock in which the Absolute Evil lived. It wasn't a grubby, damp cave smelling of muck and mildew, but a deep, dark dungeon, so dark that even darkness itself was afraid of it. It was home to numerous innocent monsters, who enjoyed a happy, contented existence, living in complete harmony with their environment. But time and again, the sickening, sweet-smelling good visited this underworld in search of treasure and experience points. Many monsters found this to be the death of them, but much worse, the absolute evil's treasures were being stolen. One day, just as a few more heroes had finished plundering its dungeon, the absolute evil decided it had had enough, and decided to do something new, something quite monstrous. Go to the surface. The Alliance tried to resist, but the approaching horde just flowed over them like an angry wave of axes, teeth, and bad breath. After numerous unrelenting battles, the absolute evil finally stood before the Alliance's capital, King's Ending.
Filthy Alliance dogs for the horde! Am I right? Am I right? Any horde people in the chat? Please? Don't leave me hanging. But yeah, it's like this type of comedy. I hope everyone is vibing with it. I think I got this game for free at some point. GOG was giving this away. I've checked the shop and right now it's like 20 euro without the sale. Something like that. Yeah, I think that's the way I've gotten my hands on this one to begin with, and so it ended up on my backlog.
After countless battles, the forces of the absolute evil reached the Alliance capital, King's Ending. The laughable remnants of the forces of good had come here to make ready for the final battle. Evil would pay a high price indeed to storm those fortress walls, or so they thought. Suddenly, a rumble rose from deep within the earth. Stones burst asunder, revealing an ancient path into the depths. Out of the depths of Stygian darkness arises the invincible evil. With earth-shaking steps, the unstoppable evil began its trek towards the front. In the terribly improbable event that it may have forgotten how that works, a formidable help function has been provided.
There we go. Hope you, get ready to listen to the narrator quite a bit, because he does have a lot to say. And straight out of the gate, meta jokes. What does our, health say? Any of you guys,
I said, with earth-shaking steps, the unstoppable, if somewhat sluggish evil began its trek towards the front.
As I was saying, any of you, are proficient in lead speak. This game is from 2016, I think, by the way.
Even the forest could not withstand the aura of the ultimate evil and beat a hasty retreat. A few of the Alliance units had entrenched themselves here. A determined absolute evil marched towards them in order to strike them down with its mighty weapon.
So yeah, prepare to that kind of tone, that kind of humor. What is this? Loot?
The absolute evil had discovered a medal. These legendary awards ensured a creature could be made even more powerful. Only one downside. The creature could only wear one at a time. Eyes ablaze with greed, the insidious evil gazed upon the blood-drenched battlefield. Here the last defenders of good would die, and an age of evil begin.
Yeah, also our attack, by the way. Yep. And one of our other attacks, damage 1 through 3, 7. Yeah, you see where this is going, basically.
Projectiles from the Alliance's catapults darkened the sky, but the Horde's fighting skills were at their best in darkness, if they survived.
I'll just stay quiet because this is a tutorial and our dear narrator will have a lot to say.
Absolute evil strode like a war god through the defenders' ranks and smote them with ease to the ground.
Speak of the devil. Literally and, you know, figuratively. This one as well.
The absolute evil destroyed the defenders' camp in the east with the greatest of ease. Now, only one tiny camp offers any resistance to the absurdly evil. And even that won't be able to hold out for much longer. Nothing and no one could stop the invincible evil.
Eat that, Alliance scum! Getting hurt a little bit. It's fine. Evil never dies. Right? Ow. How the hell are you catapulting these at such an angle? Explain.
The absolute evil destroyed the defenders' camp in the west with the greatest of ease. The defenders in front of the city had been beaten to a pulp and defeated. Now the time had come to attack King's Ending. The final battle beckoned.
Narrator, your gnarl is showing. Damn, it really looks like Warcraft, so I might have played 3, maybe because it looked differently? Interesting, but yeah, it definitely is very Warcrafty.
But what's this? The wicked evil was hesitating, rather than taking the fastest route to the city gate. The city gate was firmly barricaded by the Alliance's archers, but the absolute evil would not allow itself to be held up by such a ridiculous impediment. So, go get them! Destroy them now! Oh yes, sorry, stay in character. The absolute evil used its all-powerful magic to eliminate the archers and open the gate to the city.
That being said, about maniacal laughters, go on a journey with me here. In the sound options, you can pick an evil laughter for yourself. Which one would you prefer? And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't do this for a bit. They're laughing with us, not at us, okay? Second one. So, nope. Hold up. Quiet down. So this is the first one that we didn't get to hear because it was set to that already. Always stick with cold finger. Also, another thing that baffled me. Yes, apply, please. Where was it in the game? Yeah. You have slider for languages. You can set it in main menu, not here, but a slider for languages is definitely a different approach than usual. Anyways, time to unleash our another lead attack. Would you kindly? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you want me to attack them from beyond the gate? Like so?
Using its legend, wait for it, dairy powers, the absolute evil destroyed the impediment with ease and simultaneously eliminated a whole group of defenders. True story. The road to the capital was now clear. The absolute evil did not hesitate for even 1 nanosecond.
Oh, the early 2010s references.
The insidious evil entered King's Ending. A small, pitiful group of defenders stood in its way. Suddenly, the doors of several houses in the city opened, and with a loud roar, defenders bore down on the rather surprised evil. An ambush.
It's also kind of funny if you let yourself die. Should we do that? We just leave these buildings standing and let these guys attack us for a bit. We're already like halfway down. Can you guys spawn a bit faster? No, don't attack. Stay calm. I know it's unnatural for you terror of overworld.
And then suddenly, the absolute evil hit the ground. The day was saved, and good had triumphed. The Alliance lived happily ever after, whilst the defeated forces of evil had to eke out the remainder of their miserable existence underground. No, of course not. In reality, absolute evil was not defeated, but, it just took a little comfort break. A short while later, it arose once again.
Now they're gonna get it. Okay, fine. Let's take care of the rest. I've gotta finish this tutorial today, which is actually a pretty bloody long tutorial. I feel like they did it better in Warcraft 3, honestly, the tutorial.
King's Ending had been defeated. At least, that's what it thought. Suddenly, the final heroes of the Alliance emerged from nowhere. Another ambush? Now, this was becoming very boring. But wait, this time it was different. Instead, the heroes raised their hands and started singing an incomprehensible chant. A magical ritual? This did not bode well. Well, actually, it bode the arrival of good things, great things, unless you happen to be the absolute evil.
Believe it or not, that was a victory. But yeah, speaking of tutorials, because it's gonna be a pretty long one, they're gonna go, let's say, in depth with the mechanics. But that being said, yeah, in Warcraft 3 they did it kind of very compactly and very effectively. I did not expect this tutorial to go as long as it does, but let's keep going.
Somewhere in the depths of the dungeon, the ultimate evil awoke. It did not know what had happened, nor why it had awoken, but it longed for revenge.
Also, it's not as good at actually telling how to do things that you gotta do. So, you know, the first time around I was playing, it took me a little bit to figure out how, because some of the controls are not as intuitive as in other RTSs. It's slightly different. Alright, New Hope. Let's hope it goes well. How are you enjoying this so far, that being said? Again, ads might be starting soon, so let me know
forces and
when they
cast
do.
a powerful banishment spell. The absolute evil disappeared from sight with a threatening gesture, and a faint whispered, "I'll be back," could be heard coming from its lips. The absolute evil had been banished, and its essence shattered into several pieces. Its reign of terror had ended. The good people of the overworld rejoiced, and an era of peace began for the Alliance. Meanwhile, secreted away in the world's most inaccessible places, the last remains of the absolute evil were resting, never again to see the light of the overworld. Until today, that is. Somewhere deep under the earth, the ultimate evil awoke.
Wakey wakey, ultimate evil! Time to start the Reign of Chaos. Oh wait, that's the other game. It's a bit primitive and narrator overstays his welcome, but let's see the actual gameplay. Yeah, we haven't gone to the whole base thing yet. It's alright. If we learned anything from Overlord is evil always finds a way. Now we have. Anyways. How's our eponymous dungeon holding up, I wonder? Also pretty long load times, by the by. Which is strange for a game that's like 10 years old by this point.
And the hand of terror arose, controlled by the ultimate evil. Come on, hand of terror, arise, damn you! Methinks that exploring the surrounding area would be a sensible strategy. However, to do this, light would be required. Still not bright enough. An old throne room was revealed by the light. The circumstances remained a mystery. The hand of terror flew through the throne room, following each and every thought the ultimate evil had. After a few flying sessions, the ultimate evil was able to control the hand with ease. The time had come to call forth creatures who were completely devoted to it and would do its dirty work. Little Snots were the dregs of each and every dungeon and spent their time taking care of it. The expansion-mad evil hired one Snot on the spot. The first Little Snot appeared. It was completely ready to work in the dungeon and to crawl in the dust before the ultimate evil. Little Snots were important to the ultimate evil because they took care of many important little things, such as excavating new areas. The psionically gifted evil could sense the presence of something important that was buried to the south. It instructed its Little Snots to dig in that direction. As quick as a fart, the Little Snot made his way to the marked position and began to dig.
Come on, Snorzy. Time to work. Or should I say, work.
Behold, the creatures of the overjoyed evil had apparently been much more industrious than it had thought. A great dungeon was revealed behind the wall. Everything was already in place. Doors, traps, a well-filled treasury. Oh, wait. Treasury? And where, if you please, is this treasury? Oh well. One can't expect too much of these mindless little Snots. First of all, some gold had to be dug out to make space for a treasury to be created. The hand of terror swiftly marked a few small gold veins so that the little Snots could excavate them. As soon as a gold vein was selected, a little Snot immediately set out to mine valuable gold for the greedy evil.
I feel like the narrator is taking over the hosting part of the stream today. So for now they're taking it here. We mine the gold, as the objective over there says. But surely soon they will tell me to do something else. So for now we're just going to sit back and relax, while the narrator takes 5 for once.
Once most of the gold had been mined, the hand of terror quickly created a treasury on the spot so that the precious metal could be safely stored.
A treasury, you say? Like this?
The clever evil mastered this task with flying colors. From now on, little Snots could use the treasury to store mined gold. It was then at the greedy evil's disposal whenever more rooms needed to be built or new creatures recruited. Little Snots were all well and good, but were too weak and cowardly to defend the dungeon. Since it was not able to defend itself, the ultimate evil would have to hire some orcs. But they would require food. Liquid food. Well, beer to be precise. So the next important thing to build was a brewery. And that would require some space to be created. The ultimate evil had the feeling that its servants were not really putting their backs into the work. Might a hearty slap from the hand of terror change that?
Here we go, worker abuse.
The sadistic evil encouraged its creature to work a little faster, with a friendly but not at all gentle slap.
And now we're straight up in Dungeon Keeper. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of that type of strategy game. Bit of RTS, bit of dungeon keeping. As you can see, there are 2 mini-maps. And actually, one of them is for our dungeon, where we're collecting resources, building shit, hiring units, etc., etc. It will be sometimes
there was now an area
invaded.
for the brewery site, and with quick finger snaps from the hand of terror, the room stood ready. Excellent. But the recently built brewery lacked a brewing copper. With a sigh of resignation, the overworked evil set about taking care of that too.
Yes, quite. Yes, we want this in here.
Hard-working evil effortlessly built a brewing copper so that delicious beer could be brewed as soon as possible. One of the little Snots started working on the brewing copper. The nostalgic evil banished all thoughts of Oktoberfest and brass bands. Those would have to wait. More important tasks had to be completed first. Both beer and gold were now available in the dungeon, so it was time to hire some creatures to defend against greedy heroes or whatever else snuck around underground. At present, it was only simple orcs declaring undying loyalty to the ultimate evil. The rest of the horde was scattered to the winds. Orcs were defensive, close combat specialists, capable of dealing with many opponents. However, they were very vulnerable to ranged attacks. It's payday. An eerie gong rang through the halls. It did not bode well for the ultimate evil's treasury stocks, for at each sounding of the gong, the creatures would collect their undeserved wages. However, there was little it could do about this, as it was chained to the throne. Thus, it had to give free rein to its servants' desires, for the time being at least.
And yeah, so this is for our base of operations, basically. And this will be for the overworld, where we actually do the RTSing at. I think that narrator should recite its dialogues more poetically. Even more than he already is. How much more poetic do you want it to be? Whoa there. You guys okay? You're just gonna bash on the walls out of boredom? Alright. But they salute me if I, you know, bring my hand over them. So
Suddenly,
nice.
one of the repellent evil's servants became very thirsty. This was typical of a troop member of the unanonymous alcoholics known as the Horde. The Dipso made his way to the nearest brewery to quench his thirst. A thirsty orc arrived at the brewery. Eager and slavering, he started demolishing. One louse-infested orc crawled up from the depths and declared allegiance to the ultimate evil. The first step towards the creation of a powerful army had been taken. The dungeon of the expansion-mad evil grew and prospered, but unfortunately, it had reached the maximum possible population it could currently manage. Now a creature would have to be thrown into the bottomless pit before any others could be brought in. The profound evil had had enough of dungeon sightseeing and now wanted to move to the surface to try a dish that is best served cold. Revenge. Some Alliance members were bound to be guarding the entrance to the overworld. A fine appetizer for a vengeful evil.
Okay guys, time to decide which one of these poor little fuckers is going into the pit. Is it Snorzy? Is it Sneffle? Is it, Snoddle? Is it Sneffle? Choose. Vote. Our upkeep is way too high. Okay, which one of you is done first? There you go. For your hard work, you are going to the pit.
The creature disappeared into the pit of uselessness with a long drawn and gradually diminishing This particular act of wickedness brought a smile to the face of the ultimate evil.
Yep. Now we gotta dig south. That we have disposed of some of our workforce. Good job, by the way. And yeah, what I don't like is that you can't like drag and select your units. That's they saved that for the overworld. For some reason, I don't know why. So you gotta right click, I think. No, you gotta drag, you gotta pick up, and you gotta drag. Like this. Dig! I says. And I think you can, like, take a couple of them at a time, but yeah,
The nameless
this
evil's
is not.
creatures came upon a spider's nest during their search for an entrance to the overworld. It would take more than one orc to smoke that out. The abysmal evil used the Hand of Terror to grab several of the creatures that were still completely inexperienced at fighting, and threw them onto the spider's nest.
Yeah, get over here. The three of you. Get the spiders for me, please. Get over there! Where are you going? Attack the spider! lazy bum. There we go. And I don't think that, unlike in Warcraft, you can actually control the speed. Like, you could speed it up a little bit.
Drop like flies. The strategically
here,
well-versed Evil patted itself on the back, proud that it had led its troops into battle with such aplomb. And by led, I just simply mean chucking them at the enemy. The basics of a dungeon were now in place. However, the brewery was puny and didn't really have room to store beer barrels in, and the treasury was also anything but impressive in size. Quickly, the expansion-hungry Evil set out to enlarge its dungeon.
Okay, fine, more expansion. And keep digging south, I guess. If only I had more workers. More treasuries are required. Here we go. Now this is a treasury. Now that is a treasury. He wants to pick a brewery. Fine by me. Just have to break the walls down a little bit, I guess. And it's a bit problematic that like the upkeep is so low for the tutorial. They wouldn't let me expand that, so it's going pretty slow.
The evil has awoken, but its brothers are still asleep.
Huh? What on earth was that? That's not in my script. What a weirdo. No matter. We'd better get back to concentrating on the dungeon.
Guys, I think we found Kel'Thuzad. Wondersul. What? Everyone is so bloody thirsty. Well, get in here and drink. You idiots. You were proclaimed to be alcoholics, and you're struggling with this? What is this? I'm disappointed. Also, one of our grunts has been promoted to the spider killer, by the way, in case you were wondering. So, pretty impressive. Once you guys are done, the whole three of you knocking at the single wall, can somebody go and start expanding south as well, maybe? I don't know. Thanks. I'm also not sure if it's necessary to have really actually this big of a brewery. Especially for a tutorial. Can you guys just, like, I don't know, walk straight and bash at this wall a little bit for me? Hey! Get your ass over here and work.
A huge monstrosity loomed out of the darkness on 8 legs. This dungeon's human guards had been ancient history for a long while. Now it was home to a huge spider and her brood. Would Sam and Frodo escape it and continue their journey to Mount Doom, or was this the end of the Ring-Bearer? Hang on a minute, that's not the right time. Oh yes, a huge spider, henceforth called the Spider Queen. It would be necessary to eliminate the Spider Queen before the Horde. The Spider Queen sent forth a wave of her children. Of course, the ultimate evil was fully aware of this danger and immediately prepared to defend itself against them. At least, that's what I hope.
I'm just gonna shake some orcs on it and hope it goes away, yeah? But yeah, I wish I could select, like, all of them at the same time instead of having to click at every single one of them and then pepper them on top of the enemy. That kinda sucks. You guys get the spider for me? Slap him around a bit. For motivation, I guess. Yep, going well. Do we get it? Oops.
And another wave of spiders set out to destroy the vile perversion, once called the Spider Queen, had nothing more with which she could fight the Horde. Later, the sensitive evil would have her innards made into a lava lamp. The way to the surface was open. Now it was time to put those vengeance plans into practice. The vile evil wanted to take this opportunity to utter a really sinister laugh, but unfortunately, its physical state made this unviable. Instead, it asked the narrator to do a bit of sinister laughter on its behalf. Oh well, here goes. Deep breath.
Yeah, good enough. Victory!
Once the ultimate evil had escaped from the depths, still fettered to the throne, it traveled to wreak terrible vengeance on those who had done this, heavily supported by its little snots. The first target was Paladin Robert, now King of the Alliance. He had withdrawn to the quiet surroundings of his hunting lodge. There, he would be the perfect victim.
No, hope everyone's enjoying their story time evening. Like I said, the narrator is taking over for my job tonight. As Dungeon Keeper like, but then there you got a call to arms spell soon. Okay. I'm not sure they ever told me about that, but then again, they don't really do an amazing job of explaining. There's like, you probably saw the tooltips popping up on the right that you can read through, but yeah, I wish they would tell like any other tutorial would. You know, I guess they're opting in for more dramatic than useful in this case.
According to scouts, King Robert spent most of his time strolling around his hunting lodge garden reciting poetry. Soon his poetry would turn into mournful ballads. The vengeful evil thirsted to defeat the Alliance's king and mount his head on the wall as a trophy. Whoops, of course, I really mean that he wanted to take all of King Robert's cookies away. Better play it safe, or the age classification folks will be after me. Before that, however, the ultimate evil had to do a bit of work on the dungeon. Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to fund even a small army made up of a few orcs.
Yes, well, there we go. They're giving us full control. And if we're going to dawdle a little bit, the narrator is obviously gonna start berating us for being slow and dumb. Let's get some gold going. Some here, maybe some here. You guys figure it out. You're smart, snots. You're smart for snots, right? I would hire a dummy. Treasury.
The first treasury was completed. Soon Greedy Evil's little snots would fill it with gold. You know the golden rule, right? Whoever has the gold makes the rules.
Yeah, something like that. Here you go. More treasure. You can split the team, I guess. I'm actually not sure if, like, a larger treasury means any difference, but, again, they didn't really explain it that well. And now we wait for the moolah to come in, so we can start hiring. Start building units. And again, they only give us like 15 at a time, so I cannot send an army of drones to collect gold from you. Can you guys focus on like a single spot?
Right now, the restricted evil was only able to call upon orcs and little snots. The warmongering evil had hired the first orc. As ancient wisdom says, violence is a solution, usually the only one.
Yeah, pretty much. Should we give them a brewery or something? No. Now we have enough gold. So we just sit back, relax, and let somebody else do all the work. Right? But yes, I believe this is the exit to the overworld, which is, like I said, here's the map for where we will eventually end up. And this is where sort of kinda RTSing will start, but more like on the combat side of things, like you don't build your
The strategy
base on
guidebook,
here.
Dungeons for Dummies, says, the steady pounding in the rocks had given rise to overworld rumors of a new dungeon. A group of heroes set out to plunder its riches, and the ultimate evil was already looking forward to this visit. Another
thank you.
orc entered the service of the military-savvy evil. The horde was growing and prospering.
So yeah, this is where we will be controlling our army, and this is where we build it, basically. And fortify, and do other shit.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
You guys gonna do something about it? I'm just gonna hang out? Bunch of peasants. Get him! Croc! I mean, sorry, you're Malak and Altarosh. Let's make you another friend, shall we?
The time to attack appeared to be right. On the surface, in the tavern of a small, miserable village, some adventurers gathered. They were acquiring Dutch courage for their visit to the dungeon by downing several beers. The dungeon had to be destroyed.
Yeah, try me, bitch. Okay, destroy the Alliance's village. Can I have more orcs for that? Also, should we build a brewery now? Or should we wait? I'm not entirely sure if it's, like, necessary if you are going to send your army out. Because it's more like for them hanging inside or something. Again, they don't really explain it all that well. Okay, boys. Time to go to work. Here. There they go, my pride and joy. Should we make some more? Can't afford it. Dang it. Okay, here we go. Here you can drag and click and, you know, the good old RTSing controls. Finally. The moment what we've been waiting for.
The ultimate evil slowly made itself cozy underground. Although this was a sensible decision, there was a large and lovely overworld out there, just waiting to be destroyed.
Yes. Sorry, I don't wanna
It's
interrupt
payday.
anyone. Fight! Yep. Hack. In a way, you think I liked more the screwy goblins or flies and bugs of second or first DK? Yeah, I can think of a few reasons why is that. But yeah, as you can tell, we will have some other units as well in due time. I think I've seen goblins as well, but didn't go further than that, and I'm not actually sure if we'll be, you know, be able to see much more in whatever time we have tonight for this. Can you guys hurry up and kill this one scrub? Thanks. Jesus. Takes you forever. My little grunt. Okay, well, I guess we'll just save the money for now for whatever they'll tell me to do next.
A delicious rumble announced the fact that the village's last house had crashed to the ground. Ha! There would be no more heroes meeting there to seek out the dungeon of the destruction-hungry evil. The hunting lodge of King Robert lay in the north. It was there that the ultimate evil would finally get its long-awaited revenge. However, it looked pretty damn well guarded. Maybe it should first visit the cave to the west, inhabited by a clan of goblins, where the cunning evil could do a little negotiating.
The ultimate evil needs a blankie and a hot chalky go away narrator? Hell yeah. Thinking the same thing. Wonder if you can also, like, upgrade your units a little bit, a few levels, because these guys are kinda, you know, hitting like a wet noodle. I know they're level 1 grunts, but come on.
The goblin leader prostrated himself joyfully before the ultimate evil, and immediately dispatched 2 goblins into its dungeon with a few plans for a new room, a tinkerer's cave. This was built as quickly as possible.
A tinkerer's cave, you say? Now, where do we want to build that, huh? I feel like I want to, like, keep it a bit closer to the entrance, because these guys make traps. And this is a very good spot to make traps, and they physically carry a trap from their room to here. So, can we, like, excavate nearby, maybe? Not too far out? Maybe, like, here-ish? Somewhere-ish? Maybe a bit wider once we go in? No? Come on, Snupsy. You're the only one I can rely on, it seems like. Everyone else is slacking. Huh? He's got help incoming? He's moving so fast I can barely read his name. It's okay. So, let's wait a bit till they make this tunnel that we will make into a room eventually. We should expand. Just wait. Can take this out. And yeah, we can now make a tinkerer's cave, in which your goblins can research and upgrade insidious traps, resilient doors, and new rooms. Yes, I think in this tutorial we get to learn one more room at the very least. Someone else coming to help? A bit too late, but thanks for the effort.
It had probably slipped the ultimate evil's mind, but the tinkerer's cave
Shut
was
the fuck
built.
up.
It could, however, only be used as a warehouse, as it lacked the workshop that the insidious evil's goblins needed. Quick as a flash, Evil placed a creator mat in the tinkerer's cave.
Yeah, hold on. I can't help but notice that there's 1 or 2 squares that are not filled. Thanks, that was irking me quite a bit. But yeah, also a bit confusing is that when you build for a specific room, you gotta click on
There are
the
enemies
room,
in your
and
dungeon.
then from there you pick.
A sparkling
Whatever.
new creator mat graced the tinkerer's cave of the expansion-hungry evil.
And we got
A
friends.
goblin would be able to work well in here, producing toolboxes.
Goblin,
A few of
help.
these boxes would now be needed in order to invent a trap.
Goblin, help.
The moody evil waited patiently.
Maybe we should summon a few orcs, or maybe one. Cause, as sad as it is, our drone friends are not good at fighting at all. They can't fight whatsoever. Kinda like, what you call them? The Protoss units that build, they don't really fight, they just kind of flee. Probes? Was that what they were called?
Payday!
Yeah. Poor Gigax. Nearly, you know, bit it. But it's okay. Dickaproc is here to cancel him. Maybe motivate him a little bit. Yeah, he's a good friend. I think. Is that what he's doing? I have no bloody clue what he's up to. Okay, that's not... Down there you go, and then we research new traps. Exploding treasure chest, hell yeah. And we're out of gold. More or less. He has drones for Zerg, probes for Protoss, but they could fight, just not really that effective, yeah. I just remember that... What was the unit that was kinda silly and useless? Was it on Warcraft? The Wisps in Warcraft, yeah. Now I remember. The glowy spirits that you can send onto a tree. And then the gold mine. That's what I was remembering. Silly me. Oh, my bad, my bad. You know what? This is getting a bit ridiculous. Should I make... We can make more goblins now as well. These guys are so
Cowardly
bloody
as the goblins
slow.
were, their creativity more than made up for this. They proudly presented the treacherous evil with their plan for a devious trap. With a silent, evil cackle, it quickly buckled down to setting the trap.
Yes, the trap. Yep, this is where they want us to put traps. Traps. Trap, trap, trap. Come on. Yes. Not enough toolboxes. Can you guys make some? There we go. Here is a trap. A devious exploding treasure chest. So we'll just, you know, put a bunch in here and that will be our, like, point of defense. If anybody else decides to come visit. Okay, I think I'm going to find one more of these so we can get more gold more quicker. You okay there, pal? You're dreaming of there being a brewery here, perhaps? Yeah, that was my initial plan. You're just visualizing, huh? Yeah, like I said, the gold is coming in slow, so I can...
The
Fine,
first
there you
brewery
go.
was completed. Soon beer would be flowing like a river, and an Oktoberfest atmosphere would pervade all. Would the ultimate evil put the beer baron out of business? Ugh, such a duff reference.
I don't think I get that reference, but... Tee-hee! Somebody explain it to me? But yeah, we are
Job
expanding.
done. The trap was finished and ready to be found by a hero. This is going to be so much fun. Just at that moment, a particularly powerful dwarf warrior appeared in the dungeon. How had he suddenly arrived at this precise time was indeed most odd, but his presence was more than welcome. He was going to be a guinea pig for the trap.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here comes the prank, everyone.
Even this strong dwarf warrior didn't stand a chance against the treacherous traps and powerful monsters of the invincible evil. He bit the dust. So much for a game of dwarves. The dungeon's defenses were now clearly much improved, but the hunting lodge still remained well protected and impregnable. There was nothing that the ultimate evil could do. The task was impossible. So the evil withdrew, bent and broken, let feelings of revenge ebb away, and instead took up looking after those cute, teeny-weeny trees. What are they called again? Bonsai, yes, that's it. The end. Pretty unsatisfactory, huh? Of course, that wasn't the end. In reality, the indefatigable evil paid the goblin cave another little visit. The goblin leader would hopefully spit out something useful after a few more slabs.
Hold up. Gotta go slap the leader a little bit. Gently slap him with my axe. There we go. These guys
few
are
hard
chilling.
slaps were enough to motivate the leader of the goblins to help the ultimate evil. As it transpired, there was an old tunnel which had been previously used as an escape route. This connected the goblin cave with the vaults of the hunting lodge. The goblin leader voluntarily made a goblin assassin available to the hard-hitting evil to help infiltrate the lodge.
Nice. You got an assassin. We got a bunch of items here, while some of the guys are doing push-ups to entertain themselves. I don't see why not. Also, we gotta research the hospital and lead our goblin assassin safely through the underground. Okay, let's get on with the hospital. We're putting more chests in here. Because, God knows, we don't have nearly enough units to protect ourselves. Where do you want the hospital?
It's payday.
No, no. Not payday. My money! Isn't there any speed up in options? Because it is really slow. Not that I am aware of, unfortunately. Game. Show tips. Permanently show creature names. This... no. But we can, we can adjust narrator chattiness. If anything. I can tell him to STFU. Goblin Cave. Where's my friend? Here's my new friend. Do we like first research the hospital through over here? Research rooms. Hospital 750. It's a shame we just had a payday. So that'll have to wait. Anyways, back to our goblin friend. That is also an assassin. That we can make invisible.
The cheerful Evil was pleased with this support. An assassin was a decent melee fighter, but its actual strength lay in its ability to make itself invisible. This was, of course, tested out immediately.
Kill him! So goblins are basically ghosts. That pity is so weak. Damn, I miss Dungeon Keeper. Well, this evil is a bit greedy, I guess. Or the other way around? I'm not sure.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Oh, hold up. Gotta see this. Oh, look, just exact amount of treasure chests. Somebody lived. Somehow. Aww.
There
the
are
same
enemies
guy
in your dungeon.
comes around to chat.
And the weather for today, cloudy with a chance of bloodthirsty orcs.
Good. My favorite. It's just the right season for it too. Okay, do we have a place ready for the hospital? It's production facilities, we didn't set to research, did we? Because we were out of moonies. We're still out of moonies. We almost made it. Can somebody else come and help defend? We are so bloody poor, we can't afford any more units. If only those guys didn't, you know, destroy all of my treasure chests. Like that. In one go. Unacceptable. It's okay, guys, the hospital is almost done. We are going to take care of you soon. Soon. At least they're taking care of repairing the treasure chests themselves. I don't need to tell them to. Anyways, while we wait for more money to show up.
Despite the powerful invisibility skill, it was advisable for the ultimate evil to be cautious. Some opponents had such highly trained observation skills that they were actually able to see invisible units. A locked door prevented the assassin from progressing. It would have taken a long time for him to have opened it with sheer brute force using weaponry. Thankfully, he had a suitable skill with which he could deactivate doors, and more importantly, traps.
Well, get to it then. Rats! Are they friendly rats? No, I think they're very angry rats. Hold up, gotta go in vis real quick. Maybe we can avoid rats and grab ourselves a little drinky winky while we're at it.
The on-the-ball evil recognized that the warrior princess there was extremely powerful. The goblin assassin would be best advised to avoid any contact with her.
Don't step on me, mommy. Not this time, anyways. Can avoid these guys as well if we wanted to. Why waste our health? Because we're so squishy. Don't really need to heal because we're full, so goodbye.
A Gobobot was being forced to make miserable repairs in the lodge. A brief feeling of what it thought might be sympathy passed through the sensitive evil, but this actually turned out to be a mighty belch. Naturally, it would free the useful Gobbo bot anyway.
Yep. But we're going to wait for our invisibility to return, mana, whatever psionic powers we have, and maybe finally research the freaking hospital already. At long last. It's going to take like another 5 minutes. And it also requires toolboxes, much like these. We're down to 200 gold once again. Woohoo. We can make a tar pit. Simple yet effective at preventing heroes from progressing. Just slap it right here. Stop them in their tracks.
The charitable evil had researched the hospital. This would enable its units to quickly recover from their injuries, once it had been built, that is.
Yes, yes. Let's go build a room. Today. There. Another lame old ass.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. The caring evil had good-naturedly built a hospital for its suffering creatures. It, however, still lacked a hospital bed. Little Snots would then bring any units there that have been injured in the dungeon.
There, this time it worked properly. I have no idea how those guys survived the other time. Still excavating? You're still bringing in the gold? I hope? You don't need me to remind you how to do it? I hope? Right? You're a clever little snots. This, maybe? Because we need that gold, damn it. This is our hospital in progress, I think. Bed, 250. Yeah, that'll once again take a little while. How's our goblin
Enemies
friend?
have entered the dungeon.
Oh my god, I'm still building my treasure chest. Can you wait for a sec? Snops? Snoopsy? And Snoops? Get out of there. Well, you still can. Oh, cowards. You guys will have to defend, I'm afraid. Nope, don't go there. It's too dangerous. I hope you don't die. You're all we have. This time, unfortunately. Snuffle, calm the fuck down. You are not helping anyone. What's going on? They're thinking of traps. I know. We're working on it, okay? Oh no, we lost an orc. Shit. Gigax, you gotta get the fuck out of there. We can't afford to lose more goblins. I'm not sure if they'll give us more or not. Well, we can make more, but, you know. Yes, a deserved beer. Can we proceed with this and also gold collecting? Please and thank you. Right. Here is a bed.
The first hospital bed had been built. Wounded units could now be healed in the hospital.
I
Little
think there's a
Snots would
line.
also be able to bring defeated creatures here, so that they could be nursed back to health.
Oh, are they going to bring our only orc friend into the hospital? Yes. Watch him being dragged. He's gonna be right as rain. Just you wait. Sorry, the bed is taken though. Can both of you use it at the same time? No. Okay, sucks. It's okay. One day we'll be able to afford the second bed. Yes, get on with that. Are we done recovering? Yes. Guys, time to go. Hospital, yes. Correct. Hospital is a yes. Get him! Hell yeah. You gonna do okay there, yourself? Our new fire-breathing friend? Can't believe we're gonna have a shredder of our own!
Elated by the assassin's attempt at rescuing it, the Gobobot joined the horde and succeeded in showing its tormentors a real hot time. Its ability to more or less ignore range damage and set fire to large areas would come in very handy. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Are the treasure chests ready to go? Good. I feel like we need another line of defense with the chest, but like I said, we are a bit kind of trapped here. Also, let's have another bed in here. Because I feel like I have more injured people than I have hospital beds. This guy is well on his way to recovery. Sorta, kinda. Can we? No, we're full. One more goblin though. Are we good? And traps? Maybe one more trap? Right. Time to destroy King Robert. What was that? Was that his name? Me no remember. I'm losing track of the events. Remember, our Shredder ignores all the ranged attacks. That's nice. Should go destroy the buildings as well, so they stop spawning shit on me. Here, take care of this for me, would ya? And you, where the hell do you think you're going? Excuse you? Take care of this for me, yeah? I think you can hear the king reciting his poetry in the background as well, so... There's that. And the tower, please, also. Ow.
And so the negligent Evil promptly allowed the only really vital unit to this mission to die.
Oops.
The goblin leader sighed and put his second best assassin at Evil's disposal at the basement exit.
Oh, thank you, that's so nice of you.
The hunting lodge was completely destroyed. The vengeful Evil gave itself a very self-satisfied pat on the back. The time was right to concentrate on King Robert. He was in his renowned garden reciting his much less renowned love poems. The lyrically challenged Evil had no time for poetry and would soon make this tangibly clear to him.
Should we explore a little bit more? Because I know that, like, they're hiding some stuff. Like potions and things like that. And tomes. You know, again, very Warcraft 3. I should stop comparing it to Warcraft 3 probably, but Warcraft 3 is really, really good though. Because I think there was another unit that we could find hiding somewhere as well. So that kind of leads straight to,
The king was accompanied by a pixie who was able to cast powerful healing magic. Any direct attack would be suicidal.
There he is.
Mercifully, the omniscient and helpful narrator was at hand. He pointed out to the impatient Evil that the pixie went off from time to time in order to check that all was well, and much more importantly, eat her supper in a little camp to the south.
How did I miss this, by the way? Come on, Soxel. You're replacing another assassin, so you gotta become Soxel the Destroyer. Get yourself some XP in there. This is so normal, it feels strange. As opposed to everything else we've seen so far. Oops, oops, oops. There's friends, there's friends. Oops. Didn't realize there were friends. Okay, let's go explore together, I
Enemies
guess.
have entered the dungeon.
Oh, sucks to be them. I hope they find my treasure chests and help themselves to it. Yep, they sure did. Time to go fix it. Everyone is enjoying the beds? Yeah? All good? Everyone's working? Everyone's getting the money? Good. Okay, let's go do whatever here. I forgot to turn off the invis. I wonder if I'll have enough time to get this guy before it runs out. Nope. Oops. MB. Well, you take care of this. Would you? How foolish of me. Stick together. Stick together now. Annoying tent. I think there was a friend somewhere around here though. Yep, can see him now. And in case if you were wondering, because I'm sure you are, clicking on the, you know, on the wildlife makes it die.
The horde came across a stray goblin by the roadside, who apparently constituted the sad remains of one of the hunting lodge's attack units. This miserable being joined the army of the powerful evil with a grateful whimper.
And by die, I mean just fall down and die. It doesn't spectacularly explode like the sheeps do. In Warcraft 3, once again. Comparisons just won't stop there, huh? I think... Was there anything else? Because this just kind of loops back to the Goblin Cave, doesn't it? So we can go take care of business now, finally. Let's go. King Robert, your time has come. Recite your final love poem, because it is your last. Come on, guys.
Roses are red, leaves are green. If you will not say yes, then I will be mean.
What? Excuse me, what? Alright. So we gotta take out the pixie. We just gotta wait for her to go have her picnic. Maybe we can stealthily assassinate.
The pixie buzzed over to eat her meal. The ultimate evil, the annoying little pixie, had spoken her last healing spell. The crafty-minded evil sculpted a fan from her wings. Now it was time to look for King Robert and ensure his early demise.
Stop killing the wildlife, damn it! Is the fox being aggressive? Is that it? Yep, I think it is. Also, we can destroy the house, because of course we can. There's another tome. Who should we give it to? The Shredder is level 3. This guy is level 3. This guy is level 1. Okay, Soxies. Soxies, he who knows how to hit hard. Good for him. Honestly. Does this guy have a title? No. Lame. Okay, time to go hit hard. Y'all ready?
Payday!
Payday first, obviously. This. Time to succeed! Sorry, we didn't bring your son over to succeed you, father.
King Robert fell, and the ultimate evil had received its well-deserved revenge. But there were still many more heroes out there who deserved to bite the dust. Their time would come.
Finally, victory!
The demigod Krotos, one of the sniveling cowards who had banished the ultimate evil, had just marched his alliance army out of the swamplands to fight the snake-like Nagas. The ultimate evil wanted to teach him the full futility of war by ensuring his untimely passing. Besides, the Nagas could prove to be valuable allies.
I'm pretty sure plural for Naga is just Naga, but okay. Also, I haven't played this far, so here comes the unknown. I guess we can go for another, like, half hour? 45 minutes? How are you guys feeling? Is this chill? Is this good? Are we having a good time? Or such? Some such? I'll take that as a yes. Come on, game, you can do it! We can have an orc chieftain.
King Robert
apparently.
was defeated, but there were more heroes whose life the ultimately vindictive evil was after. Here in the swamplands, the demigod Krotos was just leading the Alliance's troops against feral Naga clans. They had retreated here after the collapse of the Dark Army. It would seem sensible to first strike an alliance with these Nagas before the impatient evil squared up against Krotos.
Was that Lady Vaj? Do we strike an alliance yet again? Oh, that's a lot of gold. But don't mind if I do, what the hell? We got freaking crystals in here too? We're star crafting in here too now? Okay. Alright. If you put it that way. Here is a treasury.
The gold-greedy evil built the first underground treasury, thus laying the foundations for insane amounts of hoarded treasure.
So, they just want us to explore the swamplands. We're left to our devices now. And we still have 15 units we're kinda stuck with. Sucks. Alright. Let's get another helper in here. And let's get some orkies. The only positive, I guess, is that you can summon the unit straight away. You guys gonna keep going? You're just gonna grovel over there? Keep the gold? Keep the spice flowing? I don't know. Keep at it, one way or another. Just fuck these tunnels up, I don't know, guys. That's your job, not mine. Ooh, what's there? Mysterious. Alright, what are we looking at here? How do we want to expand? Because, like I said, this is not very action-packed, and I'm not the best RTS player, and I'm still new to the game, so I'm...
Some creatures had been hiding in a secret room. They joined the ultimate evil.
Oh, creatures? Room? What room? Where? Huh? Who'st? Where'st? So yeah, I'm not sure this would be a great game to, you know, keep playing to the end. But I thought as a one-off, maybe it would be like a fun distraction, something a bit different. To hold this over till we get to play something a bit more definitive. Room the Frugal. Yeah? You're gonna help us get the gold in that case? I still don't understand who are the people that joined us just now. Anyways, let's excavate maybe this way or some. Start building more rooms. I still have no idea what these are. Are these for Naga? Is there snaky things? What if I click on it? Some Naga crystal of sorts? No bloody idea. What any of this entails? Maybe not this wide, maybe no.
From the Dungeons 2 strategy guide, Nagas are ranged units and can detect invisible creatures.
That's cool, but where are they? Are they the creatures you just told me about that joined us? That's... okay. Alright, we'll put the gold to good use in a minute. Just...
The Alliance had discovered the presence of the ultimate evil. This had nothing to do with a tip-off from a certain narrator who wanted to increase the tension. It was pure coincidence.
Thanks,
The good people
narrator.
responded, as you might expect, with a direct attack on the dungeon.
Thanks for being such a pal. Keeping me on my toes and all that. Hold up. Almost there. There we go. Line up the funds. There. Sit your ass there. Right, we want to build a brewery, I guess, so you guys don't go insane without
The
your
first
booze.
brewery was built underground. Later, orcs and goblins would get obscenely drunk there, and then meander through the dungeons, slurring their words and singing lewd songs.
Great, just what I wanted. Then goblins. Where do we want to put the goblins? Here come the adventurers. Great, they are more plentiful than
There
we
are
are.
enemies in your dungeon.
Hey, you guys want to go defend or what? Go slam the walls a little bit. Oh my god, what is going on? Game, hello? The frames? The frames are framing? Hey, did you guys notice that we have guests? Go on, help out? A little bit?
Some creatures had been hiding in a secret room. They joined the ultimate evil.
Is this the secret room? Do we have to break the wall? What? Is this the secret room? Clearly not. Do I just gotta keep digging until I get to it? Someone's being frugal again. Yeah, you get in here. And you, Asterog, are going to get promoted. No reason, really. You are now Asterog the Productive. Go be productive and protect. Oh, that's quite a bit of gold, actually. Okay, I was going to make a Tinker's Cave. It's very not zen. It's very weirdly
Tinker's
shaped,
Cave
but
had been
here we
built.
go.
Soon, traps and doors in the dungeon would make any would-be hero's life more tricky.
They sure will. Research new doors. Here you will find all the doors that can be researched. What? Cool. Can I make a thing for the thing first? Not enough gold. Great.
Pleased Evil's hard-working goblins had made plans for a new room, a guard room. There, creatures could patrol and keep a lookout for heroes. Immediately, the ultimate evil got down to having this room researched.
They were mining the frames. It sure seems like it. Yes, having good time, but a bit strange feeling, expecting more Dungeon Keeper than I see, and it confuses a bit. Yeah, it is a mix, for sure, of different things. Are we still getting gold? I feel like we're kinda slowed down a little bit. Why are you guys not doing jack shit? Do you need me to hold your hand? For like literally everything? Here, we're already expanding the goblin rooms.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
And on that note, we need a treasury somewhere a bit closer to this place, I guess. So you don't have to hold your asses all the way to God knows where. How many enemies? More than enough. Guys, I need you here. Come on. You. Do your fucking job. Do we have enough gold yet? I need to build shit. Yeah, this room is unfortunately shaped. Let's put it that way. And it's surrounded by gold, so it's gonna get even more demolished. Let's just put this here. Again, not very zen, I apologize. staying alive. So, about the new units they keep reminding me about, and I have no idea where or what is going on with that. Some room, somewhere. Oh, bloody hell. There isn't even a tooltip. Okay. Well, this time, Nagish is being a bro. It seems like. What is this? Excuse me? Excuse me? What is this? Is this mineable? It is a thing. Right. Did we ever end up building a brewery or not? I already forget. Okay, we finally have somewhat accumulated some gold. So, let's research. Maybe. No. Some traps. Please and thank you.
The fingers of a goblin devoted to the unspeakably evil impatiently tapped on the workbench. He was still awaiting orders to begin researching the guardroom. Of course, he did it behind the lame Evil's back, as, after all, he didn't want the Hand of Terror to torture him in a most unpleasant way.
We'll get there, okay? We need some traps, cause we don't have enough dudes to do the stuff. Yeah? Makes sense? We also need to make a hospital bed, by the by. Very soon this whole place will become one big room, cause my god, the gold is everywhere. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but yeah. It's a bit all over the place. You okay?
It's
sleep?
payday.
Understandable. You wanted me to research the guard room. Not enough gold, not enough toolboxes. Can you get on with it, then, please? And this eldritch thing. I can only assume this is a spider nest, maybe? Oh. Maybe we should build more of these. Also, by the way. A guard room or hospital? They want me to do the guard room, but hospital's also useful. Fine. Whatever. Also, maybe some traps. Didn't we already? Yeah, we did. Anyways, about traps. I don't have enough toolboxes again. Yeah, maybe we gotta expand the goblin facilities.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
That's great news. Just as I was thinking about expanding my stuff. I think this was supposed to be the brewery or something. But then I kinda, you know, changed priorities. We can
The
make
guard
it
room
a...
was researched and ready for construction. Creatures
can
that were
make
thrown
it
there by
a,
the Hand
open
of Terror
plan.
would keep watch and be especially vigilant for intruders. They were able to alert other creatures near the guard room and summon them for reinforcement as well. Defend the throne room.
Well, are you gonna do something about this, or are you just gonna sit on your ass and be angry? Hello? My god, you're so incompetent. It hurts. Okay, so we can now do a guard room, or whatever. That's good, I think.
There was a mysterious shrine underground, which was not yet available. Because something like this spells work for underpaid graphic artists, one can assume that it is likely to come into play at some time or another.
So we gotta find the Naga? Somewhere here, maybe? Or do they want us to go and find them in the overworld? One can only guess. We are still trying to expand here, mind you. Slowly and steadily. Yeah, how about one more here? So we can speed up the process a little bit. More of this stuff, by the way. So we can have more toolboxes, so we can make more shit, etc. Okay, we can still make a couple more units. I suppose you sit your ass down. Goblins, I guess. At some point, we should go outside and touch some grass, right, boys? Right, guard room. Build a guard room where your monsters will be able to keep watch for intruders and waylay them. Do they want me to build it a bit closer to the entrance, maybe? What's the better tactical thing to do here? I wonder. Also, still want hospital, by the way. Guess we can try building a guard room closer to the entrance. Get here. But can't dig that way for some reason. There's rock apparently, and we can't excavate that. How about here? More rock. Also, how big they want the room to be, I wonder. This pisses me off that I gotta do it by one. And yeah, there seems to be even more rock that way. Okay, I have made an executive decision to make a guard room here. It is kinda within the vicinity, right? Maybe we can make an entrance through here, also.
Hopefully no one has arachnophobia. A spider nest has been discovered.
Well, there's spiders here now. Apparently. Hope you guys don't have arachnophobia. Take care of this for me, would you? So much for the guard room.
It's payday.
You guys don't get distracted by the payday, okay? We're still killing spiders. Hospital at the long last. I don't think we can dig through these. Whatever these are. So our guard room will have to be moved.
Dungeon.
And we have even more friends. That's also good. One day we're going to put some traps in and we are going to prosper, but not today, I guess. It's okay, we're just planning, okay? This will be ready for you
Defend the
soon.
throne room.
Guys. I know you're bored, but this is important. Okay? Do they have any eating room? They have the brewery here somewhere. Here. How's that hospital research coming along, I wonder? Thinking we can make a hospital in the spider's nest? That's kind of chill, right? I promise you we will make a guard room. Let's make it here, I suppose. So the guards could alert everyone. Might need to put a bunch of treasures just to distract everyone in there as well. Perhaps I should have put them here as well. Some other time. Save the money. And once the defenses are in place, we can perhaps maybe finally go outside and see what's happening there for once. Because we gotta explore the swamplands, you know. It's just going really slowly. Rooms. Guard room. Here's a guard room. Hold up, we're expanding. It will be much bigger soon, I'm sure. Signal horn. The signal horn sounds as soon as hostile units enter the room, summoning all creatures of which which happen to be nearby. None. A really useful thing to have. In addition, the Hand of Terror can also activate it simply by giving it a proper nudge. Isn't that nifty? Is it? Here. Wish I had barracks nearby or something, but unfortunately this is the only place I can summon shit from. You guys wanna go hang out closer to here, maybe? And I guess, again, placing treasure chests here is a good idea as well, right? Here it comes. One. I'm not even sure if I can rotate them or not, so I'm just kind of placing them like whatever. This will have to do. Okay. We are full on how many people we can have. Notagok, since you're such a bro, you are getting this. You are now Notagok the Tough, apparently. Sounds like a person I would send into the field. Okay, about the hospital. Like I promised, building it straight in the spider's nest.
A hospital had been built. From now on, wounded monsters could be cured there.
Or ex-spider's nest. Nice and cozy. We're completely out of money, by the way. Again. Again, and again, and again. Here. More gold. Maybe we will dig so far, we'll find another secret room.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Okay, time to shine, everyone. And kaboom, I guess. Is it automatically going to alert? I don't remember. Do they have to walk physically into the room? Do I have to expand it, like, onto the hallway? 'Cause
Payday!
That jack shit. Useless. Because once I click on it, I guess I need a signal horn, whatever. Makes sense. Just gonna hang out in the hospital, I guess. Bash at the wall a little bit. Alright, so while we wait for gold, I am assembling a team. You. Goblins are being useful for once, so we're gonna leave them here. You are being not productive at all. You and you are going on an adventure.
The exploration Keen Evil sent its troops to the surface for the first time. The swamplands spread out before them. The next step was to either find the Nagas and recruit them, or be massacred by the army of the Alliance. It was a difficult decision.
Okay, maybe now's a good time to save, by the way. Which we haven't yet. Into the swamplands. And see how well that goes with our 4 brave orcs. Going well. Any of y'all wanna go hit the ranged guy? No? You. Take care of him. Would you? It is surprising how sturdy the ranged guy is, because usually like the archers and the riflemen are pretty like paper thin. Doesn't seem like there is a difference in this game. Everyone is equal. Isn't that nice?
The army of the Ultimate Evil could view the temple from the top of the hill, and it did indeed not look good for the Nagas. The nauseatingly good hero Krotos personally led the Alliance into battle and was forcing the snake creatures to retreat. Only his death would deliver the temple back into the hands of evil. Well, the troops of the Ultimate Evil stumbled upon a patrol of the Alliance that had caught some Nagas. Of course, they immediately set about wiping out the much-hated heroes. Oh, and by the way, you could of course also set those Nagas free.
Of course the paladin-like hero has a bubble. Of course. Naturally. Invulnerability, gotta have that. How's it going here in the meantime? Can we yet afford a bed? Here. Have a bed. And here, while Snoopsy is hard at work, we still can't afford the signal horn. Soon though, soon.
The last fighter in the patrol was defeated. Creatures of the Horde cheered. Oh yes, and set the Naga free as well. They were overjoyed to join the Ultimate Evil. The eager for new units evil sent his creatures further towards where it expected the Naga camp to be. The Nagas kept up their fight to free their unholy temple from the Alliance. If the Ultimate Evil was to help them win it back, then their support would be guaranteed. Since that fitted perfectly with the planned revenge on Krotos, it was the ideal solution.
Sorry, I am admiring Ulok, who is now the knight in shining armor. And we have a healer unit now.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
A bit unexpected for Naga to be healers, but I'll take it. Up there? Just keep the healer away! Keep the healer away! Move, move, move! Please. What's the range on the heals, I wonder? Not bad, not bad. How are our friends holding up?
The approaching horde startled a few animals. Dinner.
Ah, shit. Which one is the dinner? Us or the bears? I hope we live. Or Astrog is taking hits like a champ. We do have a tome, though. Who else doesn't have the title? Nagish, you are now the scourge of the bears. Admirable. Is that blue bottle perhaps a mana potion? Because it can could use some... Yes, yes it is, obviously. More bears, by the way. We're still not done. Can I? A random bear! Can't argue with that. We're still good. We can finally make the horde.
Payday!
Here, maybe. Oh. Everyone ready to face the random bear? Yet? Everyone is alive? Doing push-ups? Come on, bear. Let's make it quick. Right. Okay, well, this stuff is set and ready to go. We've excavated pretty bloody far.
The horde defeated the bears with ease and stocked up on bear meat. However, as bear meat is not actually a resource in the game, this was utterly irrelevant.
What a waste of a bear. Just keep digging, I guess. I don't know. They told me about a secret room. Oh, cool. Will I find it? Time will tell. Okay, more alliance.
A small group of Alliance troops had gathered here. The presence of the Nagas ensured that the all-seeing evil could see even the cloaked units.
Yep, Mr. Paladin douchebag is still hanging out. It is also so strange that, like, you're kind of stuck with this tiny army, if you can even call it an army, a force, I guess. Not exactly something I'm used to in these games. So you kinda gotta be careful not to use everyone. Not to lose everyone, rather. Good thing they gave me a healer, finally. Oh, anybody that doesn't have a... I've just now noticed the name of the Naga we have. She is a queen, yes. Can we give her another title? Knows where to hit. Well, she does have a few hits, that's for sure. Why did you do that? Was that necessary?
Wow.
Wait. What happened to you? When did you die? Well? Damn it. Do we send the reinforcements in? You... Well, you're a goblin. Maybe we should keep you here.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Noglock the Tough. Your last chance to prove yourself in the dungeon. So, we're gonna do anything? I slap it? I slap it so it works. Yep, that's how you do it. Right. Our last orc is going out. Joining the party, and unfortunately I cannot grab him by the scruff and bring it to the rest of the guys. So he'll have a nice long walk. That's good. We never really got to experience how good or bad the pathfinding is in this game, so here goes. I hope it won't make me tear my hair out. Come on, you entitled bunch. Time to complete the quest. Does he really need healing? Even with the hospital bed? Did he get hurt walking here? I'm going to save again. Just in case it's getting a bit tense. But yeah, I guess we will finish this mission and that would be it for tonight. I don't know how much is left, but we are...
At last,
Getting
the horde
close.
reached the Naga's camp. They were not able to offer the ultimate evil much help. However, they spoke of an artifact that was hidden deep down in the mountain. It would make defeating the Alliance a piece of cake. The Nagas opened a portal to the artifact using their ancient magic. The insidious evil debated briefly whether it was worth the risk. Finally, however, it decided it was only a question of its creatures' lives, and of course, the ultimate evil didn't give a toss about them.
Yep, doesn't seem like it. Do you guys have names? Videssa and Milkunis, Carissa, Chris Slither, Slytherin, Kardashian. My God, please stop. And Nashira. The puns. The puns!
The horde had passed through the Naga portal and found themselves in an old altar chamber, in the center of which lay a very ancient-looking object. This had to be the artifact. Some creatures appeared to be guarding it.
So we finally found the mysterious room that was hidden from us, and they're going to explain the crystals. At long last, it just
Payday!
upsets me that I have to pick everyone up by the scruff again. But we're back inside the dungeon. Get over here. And fight these water elementals, I think. Is what they are. I just want to click. I don't want to pick them up. But hey, we're finally have
There were
accumulated
still a
some
few
good amount
guards
of
merrily
money.
dancing around the artifact. These had to be removed.
Listen, I'm working on it, okay? Let Gaga, please do your work. You are kinda... Someone wants to be paid, it seemed like. And beard. Okay, fine. Scourge of the bears. And soon to be beer. Enjoy. I am a benevolent leader. I shall pay you both in golden booze. These guys.
I don't believe it. Is there really still a guard at the artifact? My goodness, my grandma would have... Once the artifact guards were eliminated, the artifact began to glow. It almost seemed to be waiting to be picked up. It looked as if the artifact would fit perfectly into the mysterious altar base that lay deep within the dungeon of the ultimate evil. Maybe it would be a good idea to place it there.
I was just about to start complaining about how slowly we're killing that freaking thing. Okay, you're level 2, you are level 2, you are also level 2, and you are also level 2. Okay, who gets the new title? Did anyone pick it up? No? Okay, let's here.
The artifact was currently lifeless. It needed some magic. The expanding evil's creature's next task was to expose some mana crystals. This mana would be necessary to charge the artifact up.
Okay. Mine it, then. In that case. Anyone. Anywhere. All at once. You're all miserable. You wouldn't have been miserable if you were
Mana crystals
outside.
had finally been dug up. Magic crackled in the air. Oh no, wait, that's just the popcorn I'm making. But a mana crystal on its own was really of no value to the ultimate evil. It would take a crystal chamber to make this valuable asset usable. a room was quickly installed under the crystal.
A room under the crystal. Huh? What room? Excuse me? Build crystal chambers to store the crystals. Do you need me to research the crystal room? Crystal chamber, I think. Shiny! So now we can summon Naga. That's good.
The crystal chamber shone with the brilliance of a freshly painted room. To exploit this effectively, the success-enabling evil was now able to recruit Nagas. At this exact moment, the clan conveniently placed some of these snake-like beings at its disposal.
And we gotta protect the artifact because of course we do. So you gonna do it? We got friends incoming in 6 whole minutes. Everybody, hydration check, posture check, food check, med check, all of that stuff. Well, might as well do it now. I'm not sure what to do at this time. That's our current objective. And it may or may not take some good time to do it.
Apparently, it had not escaped the notice of the Alliance's magicians that something disturbing was going on in the underground. So they decided to mount powerful attacks on the dungeon. But the ultimate evil had been warned. That's what I'm doing right now, by the way, and created such a formidable defense that it would have brought tears to the eyes of any tower defense player.
Really? Surely you're not talking about me. Here, have some more chance, I guess, because I can't summon any more units. You gonna help us let Gaga? Or what? Maybe I should spread them out a little bit more, because, yeah, they seem to be causing a chain reaction every time one blows up near another one. You think they will be distracted?
A cry for help from a few Nagas trapped in a very remote area reached the ultimate evil while it was defending the dungeon. Maybe they could be saved by using a spell, which was ready to be unlocked in the crystal chamber.
A spell in the crystal chamber. Well, here they come. You guys think you can handle this? What's the spell, I wonder?
But surely, the artifact is under attack.
Yeah, you guys wanna... everyone has been hanging out here for, like, the past 2 minutes. Then they decide to leave once the, you know, enemy shows up. That's good. Anyways, about the spell.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
But Gaga, you better not die. You're the only healer I have, I think. Right, about the spell. Reduce mana, increase maximum population points, good.
The wave-by-wave tactics of the Alliance had so far proven unsuccessful. So, a strategic genius had decided to open up a second entrance to the underground in order to send, well, wave after wave of units into the dungeon.
That's good to hear. Also for the Horde, hell yeah. What is the exact spell you want me to learn? Learn the Panic Retreat?
The artifact continued being loaded with magic. It would soon be ready.
Good. Can we fix everything?
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Slap the horn. So, Naga also come in different flavors, it seems like. Some archers, some healers. Some also work on these things, apparently. I've seen them channeling, whatever. Dungeon gate to the east. This one?
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
That's good. Well, let's go defend the other thing as well. Who's brave? Who's brave and not afraid? Well, it's good to see that they're actually all staying on high alert.
Continued work on filling the artifact with magic.
So some of them actually want themselves to defend. So kind of a horn works both ways, I suppose.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
You think? 32 more seconds. Slap the horn. Think we got everything here. You okay? You gonna live? Lady Gaga, get on the job! Nope, too late. Somebody will have to drag this like corpse to the bed. 2 seconds.
The artifact was almost bursting with energy. It was now producing mana independently and ready to stand by the ultimate evil's side in the battle for the temple. It also gave the ultimate evil access to a few more magic spells. Now it was time to take the temple and destroy Krotos. The ultimate evil gathered all the troops together to attack in one devastating wave. The ultimate evil had learned a spell. This would enable the Nagas to be rescued. It immediately set about doing so.
Good. Also, we gotta go check out the
Enemies
other
have
entrance?
entered the dungeon.
Oh my god, would you ever stop? I was just about to go there myself, mind you. You're going the wrong way.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Maybe some archers would be good. Can somebody take this person to a hospital bed? Right there. They're really going for every single angle, aren't they? That's when it really starts RTS-ing. It is unfortunate, however, that my whole force,
There are enemies in your dungeon.
15 people, aka units, both workers and fighters, that I have to micromanage in between two bases, basically. One indoors, the other one outdoors, and that kinda, I don't know. Not really vibing with it so much, personally.
Payday.
I kinda wish, you know, they would allow me to have a bit more people. I know we can research it, still. God, how many points do you have? Ugh. Here. We can afford it, right? Then I also have to scour all over the frigging dungeon. There we go, somebody's finally being taken to bed. To find everyone I want to take outside, pick them up manually, and then take them outside. That's not, you know, very productive, I don't think.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
I hope they get what's coming to them. Anyways, Let me get some orcs. In here. Pick up some orcs in here. My fucking healer is getting massacred alone. That's also good. Orcs in here. I wonder if it's a maximum of 6 that I can hold at the same time. You guys can handle it, right? And... well, you know what? You're going. I feel like... yeah, they kind of suggested.
It was now time to fight Krotos. After a long pause, the unspeakable evil positioned its army and went into battle against him.
They kind of suggest that I take as many units as possible to fight the guy, but... I also need to keep some in here, so we're not completely defenseless, so... you think the 4 dudes that we have is gonna be enough? Well, 5-ish. No, not restart. Save game. And then the fucking paladin. Also, the spell I've learned. What was it exactly about? And how do I use it? Also, good question. Nobody really told me. Hello? Oh, so we all have company, that's good. Let's go fight not Uther.
Together with its Naga allies, the army of the ultimate evil stormed the Naga temple. The battle began.
Everyone is immune, of course. What if we kill your cronies? Will you be so immune then?
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Good. This is what I wanted to feel. Or should I have used some kind of spell? Which again, no clue how to use it. Lightning bolt? My god, can I?
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Reward. Panic retreat, all your units in spell area effectively instantly teleported to your throne room. Good. Well, there you have it. That was the solution. And it does look like we are losing units as well. And he is recovering units. Retreat, gas. Did it work? Can you guys handle this while I rebuild? This is going to take so long if he summons back his dudes so quickly. And my dead guys are being teleported here, I suppose. And these guys made it that far, so that's also good. Should we load back in, I wonder? Can I put you personally on the bed because nobody else cares to? He can limp his way there. That's good. Game. There you go, we're harvesting frames again. Good. So, even if the unit is dead, it still counts as a unit of population. So, they're kinda wasting my shit here a little bit. Here, more beds. More beds for the poor and the injured. Expand the hospital.
Payday.
And don't let me keep any of the money that I have accumulated thus far. So how are you guys holding up? Still being dumb and attacking the immune enemy? That's also good. Damn bots. Yep, I wish I could make the beds recover the health a bit faster.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Good. Good to hear. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to load. Not overseeing. What was it here? Maybe we can teleport the guys back sooner. Cause yeah. Especially considering we have a single healer on us, that's tragic, kinda. And I guess we can try and pull more units and leave our base defenseless. But maybe that'll allow us to fucking finish this level at the long last, if we just Zerg rush it. Think that the correct way to do it? Everyone? It is getting already later than I was hoping to stay doing this. But yeah. Alright, who else wants to volunteer? If only I could, you know, find my units quickly and reliably without having to scroll all over the place. Alright, any goblins that want to volunteer? This guy? Is he busy? Is he just kind of wandering?
There are enemies in your dungeon.
You know what? I don't care. For once. I'm going to try and rush. This guy is half dead. Maybe I should just let him be. Yep. Enjoy! Enjoy dying! To the Alliance!
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
See how well that goes. Right, well, here's some extra units. Heal them up, heal them up. Right, I'm going to save again on this sluggish menu and we'll see how well this goes. And how about everybody focuses the
Your throne room is under
bloody
attack.
thing that is not immune for once.
Together with its Naga allies, the army of the ultimate evil stormed the Naga temple. The battle began.
No. Focus really hard.
The throne room is under attack.
Push it! How many billions of health points does he have, I wonder? That's kind of irritating. No, you don't.
The throne room is under attack.
Many, many billions. Irritating. Not gonna lie. on, guys, we can do it! Zorg rush him!
Your throne room is under attack.
Don't care! This
It's
guy's going down!
payday.
Payday! Yep, going well. Now he's focusing us, which also helps. Think we can do it? One more push? Guys, you left one.
Defend the throne room.
Be brave! My little soldiers, my little warriors! Fuck! So close! Can't do it. Oh, we're
The
so
throne
close.
room is under
We're
attack.
So close. No! No. Do we give it one more whack from a load? Maybe if we slap him with the lightning a bit better. This is our final chance. And then we're probably going to call it. I know my APM is rubbish. I did warn you profusely that I am not great at RTSs, but once shit is so clustered, it's kinda, you know, difficult. I'm not even sure if there's like hotkeys for different units and what have you in this game. Again, they don't make it very clear, and I didn't really have time to explore that deeply into it. But we were pretty damn close, though. I guess it's kinda tactical that they don't let us build a Zerg Rush E
Your throne room is under attack.
force or whatever. I guess we can send them back and have some extra mana or whatever, but that's like whatever. There's just one bottle.
Together with its Naga allies, the army of the ultimate evil stormed the Naga temple. The battle began.
Yeah, the auto-attacking units are kind of annoying and not helpful.
The throne room is under attack.
No! Didn't do anything. Yeah? How often can I use this? Right. Back to the trash. Attack the trash. Clear the trash.
Your throne room is under attack.
Guys, focus. You attacking the immune guy is not helping anyone. Please. Going a bit better, I think. Lending them a little hand with the lightning strike helps, I guess. I think it's going better than before.
Your throne room is under attack. It's payday.
Never mind the payday! Attack! What do you mean not valid? Come on! Oh my god! You gotta be kidding me. Almost out of units again.
Your throne room is under attack.
I don't care. Rotos is my #1 target right now. Guys, missed someone? Where's the last guy? I can't bloody see. Behind this fucking shield. There he is. Get him! Fuck him up!
It wouldn't be long before Krotos was defeated. Just a few more blows and he would fall. Hey, wait, what do you think you're doing? Come back, you coward! I mean, seeing that defeat was inevitable, Krotos opted for a strategic retreat, leaving the temple in the ultimate evil's power. The gathered evilness then burst the nearby dam, and the Alliance's camp disappeared under waves of water with a very satisfactory gurgling sound. Despite the soggy end to the Alliance, the ultimate evil was livid. It had just been robbed of a delicious revenge. But, if I may be so bold, that was yet to come. I saw it in the script.
There you go. With a bit extra effort, we did do it.
Although Krotos managed to escape, the Horde continued on a glorious triumphal march. Now the time had come to set an example. A deed of particularly heinous evilness would inspire the creatures of the Horde to greater things. To this purpose, the Horde moved deep into the wealthy heartland of the Alliance. It was on the hunt for a creature whose sugar-sweet kindness and cordiality would rot the tusks of an orc. A unicorn.
Well, as enticing as it sounds to occupy Wall Street, by the way, yeah, I guess we're going to hop in, we're going to save, and we will be done for the night. How does that sound? Again, a bit of a slower stream, a bit of a, you know, strategic, very deep and intellectual, but hope it was a good time. Like I said, probably not the game we'll continue playing on the stream, but I might return to it. I don't think it's supposed to be very long, but yeah, with how well I do play along with RTSs, it might take me personally a little bit to get through it. Also already having some other games to go through, but yeah, I think it was a nice stream for a one-off. I hope everyone enjoyed their time with the narrator.
The Horde had grown impressively. Many goblins and nagas had joined the military evil's army, but evil was still not satisfied. To evolve any further, a particularly vile act would be needed. There was an enchanting fairy-like being in these lands, whose goodness oozed out through its every pore. The death of the unicorn would inspire the Horde to even greater deeds. Moreover, its head would look really nice hung over the fireplace. However, this creature was not only strong, but it possessed an inner magic that could becalm even the most vicious orc and make it change allegiance. Help would be required in order to ensure the Horde wasn't transformed into a pathetic heap of flower-gathering hippies.
Okay, so unicorn is Sylvanas. Good to know. It makes me kind of hate it a little bit. But yeah, hope it wasn't too infuriating to watch me, you know, fumble around with a strategy game. It was a good time, otherwise, I feel like. It was enjoyable. And yes, hope you are looking forward to whatever other secret game we'll be playing on Thursday. Again, it's gonna be something different. Not something we've played before. And yeah, hope that's enough to, you know, stoke the flames of intrigue and excitement. Once again, thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you have a lovely week. Take care of yourselves. Please don't melt in the sun if it is as warm at your place as it is here. Take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, and I'll see you on Thursday, hopefully. Alright then. Bye for now.